Hello everyone, this is Todd, aka Redneck Champ, and today we're looking at some more wonderful Dark Souls PvP footage. So in case you haven't noticed, the title of this is not probably making you think this is going to be too awful wonderful. And it's really not, but that's sweet. He gave me a nice nice shard. But you know, it's something other that is very meaningful. The idea that none of us are perfect. And that's something hard for a person in normal life to deal with at times. But when it comes down to video footage and being a commentator, sometimes it can be even harder. I have been working, I guess, off and on, maybe every other day, every day, a couple hours each day, trying to gather some good footage for you all for some PvP. I know a lot of people, including myself, when they watch a PvP battle, they really want it to be high quality, really want it to be entertaining and interesting and fun and a good example of skill. And that's something other that I hold very high to myself. So there's so many fights that I recorded that I'm just not going to use. But most of this video, guys, just to give you a heads up, will be me screwing up in some way or another. Either I make a mistake simply and swing my weapon when I shouldn't, or use an item when I shouldn't be using it. I mean, it varies a lot of times on what I've done. This battle right here was a good battle, proving that I made mistakes, but luckily this guy just couldn't take me down quickly early on in this fight like this. I mean, I'm making a lot of mistakes. If you haven't already noticed, I've made a lot of mistakes. Luckily, I was able to stun him right there, but you know, he's still coming right at me. You know, he's basically a Solaire in the flesh, but you can tell he's also fishing for backstabs. He's used Undead Report and tried to get the Balder Knight there to help him, which is a pretty smart tactic. But you can tell he was just wanting PvP. It's the only reason he was here. So he knows I'm low on health, and he's trying to bomb rush me. And I guess this is where a mistake was made on his part. And you know, it's one that I've made from time to time myself. But I timed it just right, and I used my spell as he's rolling, and ends up getting him with a little bit of lag there. So that was one time that I made mistakes, but I was able to pull them out. A lot of the times I don't get to pull them out. I was watching a video earlier this morning at breakfast with this character on YouTube who was showing his fights that he had won, and he never showed any losses. And he makes the comment, yeah, I don't normally show my losses because I just don't lose much. I'm just that good. And I thought that was very arrogant. I hold myself very good in most senses, but it's like anything else. You'll make a mistake. Lag will be an issue. You know, and then there's days where you just can't do a thing. There's days I go into this game and I just completely screw up. Right here's a perfect example. This PvP, or this enemy, waited for me to kill that first Silver Knight, and then waved at me and was ready to fight. Well, I forgot about the spear guy back there, and I should have knew that he was going to hit me if I was not careful. And then on top of that, I try to play way too defensively, because this is my first PvP battle of this day. And so, playing defensive against a mage who has no poise is stupid. Just throwing it out there, guys. So I get to make it up here, thankfully. He invades me again. This is old Virgil, in case you haven't noticed, my first Season 1 playthrough. So you can see the person who's trying to run from me the whole time, trying to stay away, playing as a little cosplay of a witch Beatrice. And I'm going to punish her, okay? All these spell castings, I'm going to punish. I'm going to try to block them, and I'm going to just Wrath of God them down, okay? That might make a lot of you angry, but I just thought it was hilarious, personally. But you can see I got rid of the cleric's armor, put on some of the stone golem leggings, and I forgot what gloves I had on there. But basically make myself fast row, or at least be a good medium row. And I was able to do a lot better. Like, the guy wasn't prepared for that. He was prepared for me being slow. And I'll show you that later on in another clip, if I ain't mistaken, of what happens when you're just an idiot and yeah, you allow yourself to get caught moving too slow. This is a really good battle, but this player has absolutely no skill. just trying to backstab fish the whole time. But as you can tell there, they have infinite health. And that's another thing, guys. Mistakes are going to be made when playing against a hacker. My plan here was, and it fell through, I made a huge mistake. I was trying to jump from here over to that ledge and cause that person to have to do me the same way. I tried to quit the game and couldn't. Realized I was in PvP battle invading. You can't just quit that way. So yeah, I ended up dying on my own accord. Almost like a suicide. It really wasn't supposed to be that way. But again, I mean, mistakes happen. I was hoping that I could do that the hacker would follow me, try to jump to, and would die like I did. That's what I was hoping for. It just didn't happen. But there's so many hackers nowadays. Oh my goodness. I tell you, I'm dying to and I think I will make a video on how to counter a hacker. And just basically do exactly what that hacker is doing. Just, you know, give myself infinite health with the trainer and just stand there and take hits like they do. It really just gets me angry. I fought this guy earlier, and all he is doing is walking around with Elite Knight armor and Avalon. That's all he's doing. And it's really aggravating because the first battle, I mean, I'm low level. I'm like level 20 maybe 30 tops here. Because and as you can tell, I'm doing a good amount of damage to the guy. But all he's doing, he's got a talisman in his right hand so he can do Wrath of the Gods to make people run away. And he's using Avalon. So I pop a humanity there. I'm getting tired of him just... All he's doing is trying to just cheese his battles. And so he's staying away. He's got Wrath of Gods if you get too close, so you can't do anything. And then he's got Avalon when you get at a distance. And now he brings out the big Quilog's Fury Sword. Which again, to me, this whole guy is just fishing for PvP for souls. When in all seriousness, it's stupid. Because I don't understand how he got me there. I still don't. I didn't even see a single knife blade come up and hit me. I was hoping I could get a backstab on him there with the red Tearstone ring engaged, and I would have been able to finish him off. But somehow it didn't work. Apparently there was some lag there, and I just didn't realize it. This is really funny here. I invaded this person in the Undead Parish, in the Undead Church thing, and he was standing right next to me. Didn't realize I was there until I'd already, like, you know, rose all the way up. I'm not gonna lie, I was just gonna backstab him if he hadn't noticed it, because I mean I was right behind him, but he noticed and ran away. And this ends up being a really nice battle. But again, if you know the title, you know what's gonna happen. Something not good. I bring out the Black Knight sword, great sword, whatever that is. I'm trying to get a little more damage per swing. And I was thinking this guy's got chainmail, so he does have some poise, but it's not a ton. Well, obviously he's still got more than me because I'm wearing the what is it, the bandit gear and the leather gear. So yeah, he's got more than me. And I didn't think about it at the time. He's also using the Black Knight, great sword plus the grass crest shield like myself. So I mean, we're basically the same build. It ends up being me making a stupid mistake. We're just dancing here, just playing with each other, just having a nice little time. I finally get tired of dancing. I'm just like, yeah. But yeah, I messed up there. I shouldn't have went for the R2. That was complete stupidity. And he ran around for the backstab. There's so many people, that's all they're going to do is run for the backstab. I myself do it from time to time. It's based upon the circumstances of what's going on. He knows I'm already at a quarter health. He knows that he should be able to one-shot me with an R1 swing if he two-hands it. So at this point, I'm trying to get some poison arrows off. I get one there, but I just cannot get the second one. He's really rushing me. He's playing the way he should be playing. I two-hand my weapon there and then realized that was a stupid move, and he just knocks me down. Good PvP battle. I really enjoyed that. That was a really nice play. This guy had been chasing me all over the forest. I've been sitting there waiting. I don't know why he didn't see me. I was standing in the right wide open, but he never once seen me. I was trying to set up a little battlegrounds basically in the forest, like going up there to the cats back behind him there across that bridge, and right there in the wide open so that we could battle different people. But they never could find me. I guess they always thought, like, well, you should be waiting at the doorway for PvP, or at Alvena or whatever her name is. You should be waiting right there. So this is my my archery build that I was starting to make early on. I think I'm like level. This is still the same build you said a second ago with the halberd. So I'm trying to start using the bow more. He's just wanting to use a mid-fork, which I thought was hilarious, continuously. And he rolls off like a complete retard. he made a mistake there. I had made tons, but luckily it paid off, and he made a bigger one in the end. Yeah, this is the one I was talking about earlier, guys, where I just completely screw up like a retard. I decided to use Iron Flesh and try to just poise someone down, poise break. But you should never do this in the opening, especially when someone not in wide open quarters like this. Yeah, who all they're doing is using pyromancy. Yeah, it wasn't smart. It wasn't smart at all. I can't chase, as you can tell. I'm trying to and I turn my back, which is the stupidest thing you can do anyways if you're moving this slow. But I was trying to roll and I forgot I couldn't, and yeah, I died. But yeah, guys, I mean, I guess the moral of the story is that you're going to make a mistake. You're going to make moves in the game, in any game, even in life. You're going to make mistakes. Just own up to it. Don't say, "Oh, I'm too good, I don't ever make mistakes," and try to lie about it. Just own up to it. We all make them. We all make mistakes. That's something I had to learn as a commentator, that you make mistakes. Just don't, just show that. Show that you're just a normal human being. So that's what I'm hoping to do with this, to show you all that even though I play the game a whole lot, and you'll be seeing me do a lot of good PvP where I win a lot of battles, you'll never see me or hear me say, "Oh, I'm just too good for PvP. Like, I just kill everybody." Because when it gets to that point, you don't need to play the game anymore. And I'm being completely serious. You need to just completely quit playing the game when you get to the point in which that that no one can ever beat you. But anyways, guys, if you like this video, please leave your like. I would really appreciate it. Favorite the video as well. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time, cheers, everyone.